All right, I'm gonna give you guys a little tour of our Costa Rican treehouse that we stayed in last night. Welcome to part 2 of the Costa Rica vlog, where we spend a week in Tamarindo, La Fortuna, and Monteverde. We started off this portion of the trip by driving from Uvita to Tamarindo, which took us quite a while, but once we got to Tamarindo, we headed down to the beach and enjoyed the gorgeous sunset. There were so many people surfing during the sunset, and then we headed to a restaurant and had a couple drinks and dinner and just went back to our Airbnb for the evening. It is our first day in Tamarindo. We're staying at an Airbnb. We have this really nice little patio here. I'll give you guys a tour in a bit. When we got here yesterday, it was around 4. It took us forever to get here. If you're planning a trip, I don't know how smart it was to plan Uvita to Tamarindo. It took us 7 hours. Yeah, it was a long one. I was just hoping we were gonna get here before dark. The road in also, I thought it would be better because Tamarindo is like a pretty popular place for people to go, but there was a ton of potholes, which is kind of better than the like sketchy cliff roads we were on before, but yeah, it's still not paved nice road. So last night we just had a really beautiful dinner just on the beach, and yeah, had a couple drinks and then came home. But it's 8 a.m. now. We're heading to a coffee shop to get some smoothies and coffee and go for maybe a nice walk along the beach. But yeah, excited to spend the day here. Okay, so just gonna give you guys a quick little tour of this Airbnb room. Starting off is this little deck, and Matt's chilling in the hammock over here. So nice, like having this space out here. And then we go into the room. There's the bed. There's like a little built-in closet thing over here. And then just a tiny little kitchen. There's also the kitchen like below us, which I'll show you guys in a bit. And then a chair. Coming into the bathroom, pretty big bathroom in here, toilet, big shower. The kitchen downstairs is super cool. There's also like a pool if you're not vibing like going to the beach. Sometimes I like to just lay by the pool because then you don't have to deal with the sand and the salt from the ocean. I'll show you guys both of those right now. So you walk like down these steps, and there's a bunch of other Airbnbs in this like little complex. And then the pool is over there. The kitchen's like down here and like around. This is the kitchen area of our Airbnb. So cute. It's a full kitchen to complement the little small kitchen we have in our unit. But yeah, so cute. Cheers. Good morning. It is our second morning in Tamarindo, and we're just packing up to check out of this Airbnb. We have to be out of here by 10 a.m. but we are going to spend the day at the beach and then head to our next Airbnb, which is a treehouse, but it's 30 minutes away, so we have to kill time until we can check into that one at 3. Should just be a nice chill day at the beach. Just as we were leaving to head to the beach, we saw a ton of monkeys in the tree beside our Airbnb, and then we headed to go and get some breakfast and coffee
and hit up this little market that was going on, and then spent the day at the beach.
We have made it to the treehouse after spending the day on the beach, and the treehouse is so cool. It's built with like this beautiful wood and has like a little kitchen and a gorgeous shower. And yeah, I'll definitely give you guys a tour later, but we're just cooking some din right now, cooking up some chicken tacos. Really cool place just for the night. It'd be interesting staying here for more than one night because there's not really a ton around here. Thankfully, the road in here wasn't too bad. It was just a little like couple potholes and it wasn't up any scary cliffs, so love that for us. But yeah, just gonna cook some din and then give you guys a bit of a tour. Cooking up some chicken tacos. This had a ton of chicken in it from the grocery store, but not a bad cooking view out of here. Thanks. Gorgeous taco din on our little balcony in the trees. Big boy. All right, I'm gonna give you guys a little tour of our Costa Rican treehouse that we stayed in last night. So starting off are these doors that close, obviously, for sleeping, both sides, but really nice that they can open all the way and then it just feels like one big empty space here. Have this little deck with these chairs. These actually were like spun the other way when we first got here, but it's obviously nicer looking out into the forest. So then coming inside, really comfy bed, and then I really love this feature of actually seeing the tree through the glass here, and then a couple branches as well from the tree. And then they also have these like little bird nest lights, which are so fun. And then over here is the kitchen. So obviously this is a really small space, but they've really made the most of it. They have like this cupboard down here with plates and cooking stuff, as well as this gas stovetop, which was really nice to cook on last night. And then these windows actually like look out to the side as well, which is quite nice. And then there's a coffee machine, a sink, and a nice mini fridge, as well as a big freezer, which I really appreciated because it's been a while since we've had ice. And then moving on into the bathroom. So this is the little bathroom. Love the wood that this place is made out of. It's very smooth and feels really nice under your feet. It also smells very fresh. And then there also is a fan up here and a switch to have it on. Unfortunately, no AC, but honestly, it wasn't too bad last night. And then just moving on to this side, have a little cubby here for clothes if you want, and then also towels and stuff. And then this shower is absolutely stunning. Has a little rain head above it, and then it also has like a little nozzle here to detach if you prefer that way. And then the whole floor just like drains. But yeah, super nice showering in there yesterday. And then these sockets too next to the bed have USBs, which is nice because the only other plugs are kind of by the kitchen. So it's good to be able to plug your phone in. But yeah, that is just a little overview of this treehouse. It was a really interesting place to stay last night. Probably the coolest place that I've stayed so far. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed that little tour. This is the treehouse from the back. So you can see that stump that we can see on the inside. And then there's these like gorge stairs that go up to it. But yeah, the lights in this treehouse are also very gorgeous and look really nice at night. I'll insert a little clip that I took last night. But yeah, obviously it gets really dark here because it's just like the middle of the forest. We're all packed up, locking this place up, saying goodbye. Yeah. It's hot. We are just heading out on a 4-hour drive from where we are at the treehouse to La Fortuna. I'm really excited to visit La Fortuna. There's like a ton to do there, waterfalls, the volcano, and we're staying in like a pretty cool glamping hotel.
The drive from Tamarindo to La Fortuna was quite windy and involved a lot of hills. You can see here on the map how windy the road is along Lake Arenal, but it is a very beautiful drive through the forest and beside the lake. Once we made it past the lake, we saw our first glimpses of the volcano, and then we checked into our hotel and checked out all the grounds. There was this beautiful pool. There was also this large deck with a barbecue and a fire pit, which they had marshmallows to roast over. And then this is a little view of all the glamping tents. And this was our tent. After we were done checking out the grounds, we headed to grab some dinner and had some yummy tacos.
Good morning. It is our first full day in La Fortuna, and we're staying in a really cool hotel. It is like a glamping hotel, so we're in like a glamping tent, but we're just about to head out and go and do some hiking. Really excited to explore the area. It's actually like bluish skies today, which is good because there's a ton of rain in the forecast. Hopefully we can catch a glimpse of the volcano. We didn't really see it on the way in, but yeah, didn't vlog a ton yesterday just because we got here and just hung by the pool and then went for dinner and fell asleep like really early. Excited for today's activities. I'll give you guys just a little tour of our tent. So this is it from the outside. And then you head on in here, you have like the flap to keep it dark, and then you have a mosquito flap as well. And then head on into the main room. So you have the bed, a light here. We haven't been able to figure out how to get that one to work. And then a side table, place to keep all your stuff. And then there's like flaps on these windows to put them down when you want to sleep. And then another bench for a suitcase. And then coming to the back here, there is a shower, pretty big shower, and then a bathroom in here, just a small little guy. And then out back here is like another little porch area where you can just enjoy the jungle. And then that's another tent there. And you can see the yoga studio like right there. This is the yoga deck. Matt's trying out these chairs. You can watch a movie on a projector there if you want to. But really nice space. We are just prepping some sandwiches for our little hiking day. The volcano has been covered since we've been here, but it's looking like it might come out as the sun comes out a bit more today. So I'm hoping for that. Volcano Park. All right, we have made it to the park and we're heading on this little 5K hike. Hopefully we'll see some lava rocks from old eruptions, which will be pretty cool. It's a nice little lake here. Volcano's still hiding. So we're gonna do blue. So hopefully it's gonna bring us up to the base of the volcano. 2010 lava. What is it, a frog?
A lizard.
Look at its neck.
Oh my god.
So we're just making our way up this old lava from an old eruption. We have made it up this trail and have a bit of a view of the volcano. It's a little bit covered, but the trail was so nice through the forest. Saw a little bit of wildlife, mostly just like lizards and geckos and stuff, but yeah, so nice. Probably just gonna hang up here for a little bit and then head back down. You can see a little bit of the lake that we were driving along yesterday. I think that's Lake Arenal over there. But pretty nice valley view. Also meant to mention that I think where we just were was about the closest we could get to the volcano, because it's actually illegal to climb it because it was last active in 2010, so not too long ago. But we're taking a different path down and we see this sign that says area of serpentines. Can't say I necessarily want to see any snakes. This way is a lot more rooty than the way we took up. Haven't seen any snakes though. Doing our sandwiches on this nice little dock. Going to see lava from 1535. It's a long ass time ago. Oh, this path is like straight up. This trail is a bit treacherous, so we've made the decision to turn around. You can almost see the whole thing now. Just not quite the top. Also, we met a guy who was on his way down on that trail we were on just after we decided to turn around. And he was wearing like little toe socks. He was like, oh, you guys know this is an expert level trail, right? And we were like, well, that makes sense. He was like, yeah, it's like all scrambly up there. And we were like, oh, okay, well, yeah, we're turning around and we're not that far from the bottom. So thank you. This is where we ate breakfast. We're about to play a game in this nice little game nook over here.
Complete your phrases called mouths.
So they also have barbecue up here and a nice like sitting area, and then you can see the pool all lit up down there. We just went to the grocery store earlier and got burgers to chef on up. It's our first time using charcoal, so see how that goes. Good news, got it going. Matt's a barbecue master. The final product of our burgies didn't have a spatula, so we're using a fork and knife, but looks pretty tasty. Good morning. It is our second full day in La Fortuna. Just hanging in the hammock. This is my gorge view. Stunning view of the pool and these really nice flowers. Matt's hanging there reading a book because I stole his spot. But yesterday was a really nice day doing our hike, and then today we have a bit more of a laid-back day planned. I pre-booked admission to the Tabacon Hot Springs, which apparently are just like amazing. I think they have something like 14 pools, and they're all like varying temperatures of hot from the volcano. Obviously the volcano like heats the water. Yeah, and they're all like natural hot springs, like they don't change the temp at all. So really excited for that. I think we're gonna head out of here in an hour or so. Just gonna read a bit and then yeah, head over there. As I'm sitting here, there's like so many hummingbirds on these flowers. Let me see if I can get a vid of one. Also, update on the volcano this morning. Still covered. Hopefully it'll peek out later today. Oh, look at the people up there. This is my... We found one cold one. I was expecting it to be like boiling hot.
Me too. That's a pipe up.
They have these little plaques to tell you what temp the pools are. On day 12, we didn't really have a ton of plans, so we woke up and went to the gym. It also absolutely was just pouring this day. So we last minute decided to go to Don Juan to do a chocolate and coffee tour. The first portion was learning about chocolate, but we also saw a couple sloths in the trees on the property. And then we got to grind our own chocolate to make chocolate bars, and this was actually quite hard. We then added some milk and sugar to the chocolate bars and mixed it up. So focused. After the chocolate bars were done, we moved on to the coffee tour. So we got to see coffee beans from those red berries. We also got to test out the old way that the beans used to be separated from the shell. We then saw these gorgeous little bluebirds on these bananas and headed over to test out some different coffee.
Look at this. Yeah, the little bowl, the white bowl, and you can
Tastes orange. Okay, take a sip.
After the tour, we went out for dinner and got these ridiculous burgers and that massive milkshake. We are packing up and moving out. Really sad to be leaving. It's such a gorge day. You can kind of see the volcano in the back there. But yeah, packing up. We are just leaving our glamping hotel in La Fortuna.
In 100 meters, turn left.
Heading to Monteverde. It's about a 3-hour drive. I loved that hotel. It was so nice. The campus or the outdoor kind of the grounds were so nice. There was like so many kind of different areas just like hang. Yeah, they did a really nice job with that. But yeah, Monteverde is our last spot on our trip. We're staying in like a little bed and breakfast. Yeah, excited to see it. Our last views of the volcano. Still never saw the whole thing. It's always had a little bit of cloud cover at the top, but still really nice. The drive to Monteverde involved a lot of climbing up hills, but some very gorgeous rolling hill views and some glimpses of the ocean. Once we made it to our hotel, we unpacked our bags and then headed on a walk into the main town of Monteverde. When we got into town, we realized there was a Christmas festival going on and all the streets were closed to cars, so you could just walk around freely. Matt got typical Costa Rican food. Big meal.
Hello, it is now Friday and we made it to Monteverde. The drive here yesterday was only 3 hours, but felt like the longest 3 hours of my life. And I wasn't even the one driving. The road was like not great. It was just like gravelly and potholy and yeah, just not fab. And now this morning we're going ziplining in the cloud forest, which I'm really excited about. It's quite chilly here compared to everywhere else we've been. Obviously it's like a really high elevation. It's nice because you can like see the ocean. But yeah, I think we're at like around 800 meters of elevation versus before we were at like 250. But yeah, let's head out ziplining.
Shoot it up.
After ziplining, we headed to the Orchid Cafe and had to try some Monteverde coffee. This region grows quite a bit of Costa Rican coffee, and had a yummy lunch, and then headed on back to our hotel and were able to catch this amazing sunset with the ocean in the background.
Good morning and happy Saturday. It is our last day in Monteverde. We are just packed up and about to check out of our hotel. Yesterday was super fun. The zip line was really entertaining and fun. I've been ziplining before, but it was really cool, like going through the Costa Rican forests. And it's crazy, like the trees are just massive and you're so high up. Yeah, it was really cool. Yeah, we just walked around the town for a bit after ziplining and got some lunch, and then came back and chilled at the hotel, and then also got some really good din at the Green Door. But this morning we are just gonna pack up the car and go and head to the actual cloud forest and park and go into like the national park. I'll just give you guys a quick little overview of our hotel room. It's like very basic. Basically, it just has this little terrace out here, and then it's got this fridge unit thing, the bed, and then like a storage unit, and just the bathroom over here. The hotel also was like a bed and breakfast, so it had breakfast for us every morning, which was really nice. But yeah, the only downside is it's a bit out of town, so you're not right in the town next to all the restaurants and stuff. But the upside is that it's really close to a really nice sunset spot that we sat and watched the sunset yesterday. It was amazing. When we came to Monteverde, I, for whatever reason, didn't think that we'd be able to see the ocean, but you're so high up, you can like just see the rolling mountains and the ocean, and then the sunset like into the ocean. It's really amazing. The sunset was chef's kiss. Love a good sunset. But yeah, we're just heading to the cloud forest, gonna walk around for a bit, and then heading to San Jose. She's bouncy.
Oh, see it, orchids.
Oh, like the pink flowers right there?
I think so, yeah.
Oh my gosh, crazy. This area that we're in has the highest concentration of orchids in the world. So I think I saw online it was something like 500 different species of orchids, but as we're walking through the forest, we're seeing a ton just growing on the trees. Look at this amazing viewpoint. Wow. Just stunning. You can see so much. I know, it's like we're just like in space.
After our visit to the cloud forest, we got back into the car and headed on our way to San Jose passed through a couple toll roads, and then went to return our rental car.
Good morning. It is Sunday at around 5:45. We are just in San Jose and are heading to the airport. We stayed in a little Airbnb close to the airport, and yeah, we drove from Monteverde to San Jose yesterday. It was only like 3 hours. Dropped the rental car. Driving in San Jose is a little bit chaotic. But then we just came back here and we got Domino's for dinner. Probably not the best meal to have your last night in Costa Rica, but we did not really like want to leave and walk around, so just got Uber Eats. But yeah, what a fun trip. I'm so sad to be leaving the warmth. But yeah, overall loved Costa Rica. It was such a fun 2 weeks here. Feel so relaxed. Really unfortunate to be going back to the snow and to work, but c'est la vie. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this vlog. Make sure to like and subscribe and stay tuned for more content. Bye guys.